Whoa, it's magic. Oh, hello there. It's me, the Magus Supreme. Welcome to our magic time on the Superior Adventurers Guild. Hello, my friends. Hello. I can't do that voice the whole time.
Oh, I was really hoping you would.
I know that you really would like me to, but I can't do it.
Best voice.
But it's going to come out. Don't worry. It'll come out at appropriate times.
Great.
Hello. Happy Thursday. Welcome to the Superior Adventurers Guild. I am in my guise as Magus Supreme. We're ready to play our first session of Kids on Brooms. I'm super excited. I know my players are super excited. My friendos. Hopefully y'all are also excited. Hi, Darth. It's nice to see you. Or see your name in the chat.
See you, Darth.
At any rate,
we can actually see you.
Anyway, enough of that. Let's meet my friendos. Hello, friendos.
Hello.
Hey guys.
Let's do this like real people. Andy, hello. How are you?
I am doing great. What's up, everybody? My name is Andy. Andy G3D here on Twitch. I'm excited to be here. I'll be playing Maximilian Dufresne this evening, a student.
We were going to get into that later.
Oh, okay. All right. Sorry.
Yeah. You're jumping the gun. That's okay. That's okay. Just personal intros.
Okay.
Hello, Kat. Tell us about your owner. No,
You're muted.
Your owner is muted, Kat.
You're muted, Cat.
Mike that cat.
Hello. I'm Kirk. This is my cat, Maple.
Well, welcome to Thursdays, Kirk.
This is a
This
little
is your
booger.
well, you were here for session 0, obviously, but your first real session.
This is my first
Thursday.
real session.
So
Thursday
real.
nights. Welcome to Thursday night, where we cast magic and kill evil with potions and stuff.
Thursday.
With potions and friendship.
Love and hugs. My third period class is how to overthrow a dictator.
That's advanced for secondary school. Ashley, how are you doing this evening?
Hey everybody, I'm Ashley. I'm Minnesota Muse 99 on Twitter. And I'm excited for our brand new campaign. Like a whimsical kind of thing.
Yeah.
Right? Nice.
That's the idea. We'll see how it executes. And Wizard Dave. Hello.
Hello, everybody. I'm Dave. I'm excited as well to play a totally different kind of game. And you can tell I'm a wizard because I got my wizard hat on. Excited to jump in. And thanks, Chad, for bringing us into this crazy new world.
Hell yeah, my friend. Hell yeah. Let's talk announcements. Andy.
Yes.
Should a person need to outfit themselves? Do you got a guy for that?
I do got a guy for that. And he's called the Guild Superior Merch Store on TeePublic. Go on there, buy a t-shirt, a sweatshirt, some wall art to wrap around your bottom half, and a tote bag.
A toga. Ooh, a toga
tote
party.
bag. Wrap them around your feet, and then buy a mug, and just you're set.
And wear it as a hat.
Yeah.
So totally backwards outfit. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic.
You could clothe the whole family.
Just put baby in a mug.
Just in time for this. What are they calling it? Oh, a bomb cyclone is heading towards the East Coast.
A bomb cyclone.
Yeah.
What is that?
It was nice knowing you.
Yeah,
a big
no
storm. It's a big
Wow.
nor'easter.
It's when they get
But-
like 6 to 10 inches of snow.
They're saying parts of Long Island might get 3 feet.
Holy shit.
Crazy.
That's like
I don't think that's so.
Enjoy.
that's some UP shit right there.
Yeah.
Man.
Wow.
You know, you guys
Anyway.
earned it. You really
Probably
earned
won't
it.
be that much though.
Hey Dave,
Yes, sir.
Perhaps you would tell us about what happens on Wednesdays.
Yeah, Wednesday night is just pure chaos. I would love to tell you about what happens on Wednesdays, but I have no idea anymore what happens on Wednesdays. We do play a Dungeons and Dragons game called Beyond Saltmarsh, which is pretty fun, and it has gone sideways a couple different times. And if it goes sideways once or twice, is it going forwards again or backwards, or is it still going sideways? By the
kind of a
fourth time
rumba.
around, you really don't know anymore. But yeah, Wednesdays.
That's totally
Let's
a
see.
rumba.
The party is investigating murders. They are dealing with some potential madness that's creeping in from all sides. They are trying to find out what's in the box and other things. So yeah, join us Wednesday, or just hit up Darth Surrealish on Twitter, and they will tell you exactly what's going on, because Darth has been essentially rewatching all of the episodes and knows more about the history than probably we do at this point. So thank you, Darth. The mystery box. That's right.
Yeah, all while we're just trying to sell our goods. We're just trying to make a little bit of money.
That's right. Just merchants, just simple merchants.
Just trying to.
Fantastic.
Oh,
Everywhere
no,
we
you
go.
mean in game.
I can tell you what's going on
In-game.
Friday nights too. Friday nights,
yeah.
we've got a fundraising stream that Eversalt and I started a couple weeks ago called Nights and Bikes. And it's a video game stream, and we are raising money through Extra Life for Kids, the Children's Miracle Network Hospitals. And there is a hospital right here in Minnesota that we're raising money for. It's called Gillette Children's Hospital. We have raised just over $1,000, and our goal is to get to 1,200. So if folks are able, willing, and want to pitch in, any dollar amount helps, of course. They can follow that link that we just posted in the Twitch chat. And hey, you can even join our team. Darth is on our fundraising team. Phantom NJ is on our team, doing really well on the fundraising. So I encourage you all to join us.
Yeah, it's a good time.
It's a fun game too. That game is really, it's super fun. Great art, good story. Yeah. We play two young girls riding around on bikes, fighting imaginary bad guys and looking for treasure. It's pretty rad.
Smashing things with their frisbees.
Yeah.
Just like God intended.
I got a plunger. So I have a ranged weapon, a plunger that I can shoot across and plunge things. It's pretty rad.
We have a pet goose named Captain Honkers.
Captain Honkers. Yep.
Oh, Captain Honkers.
It's fun. That's a great game. It's so fun. Anyways, come by on Fridays at 8 p.m. CST. Check that out.
All right. So let's get into this. So we have a couple of things that are we're doing a little bit different for this stream. There is a mechanic in the game. It's called adversity tokens, but we've renamed it for our game to, I believe, trickery token.
You believe correct, sir.
Which you, the viewer, can bestow upon a player or myself. Although I don't really know how many times I'm re-rolling dice, but for a mere 100 bits. And you, the players, these should you get such a boon, you can use it either on yourself or on a friend to give them a +1 bonus to the roll, and they stack. So if all 5 of you were to spend a point on Andy, because gods know he needs it, he will get a +5 to whatever his roll is. I'm just kidding, Andy. I have no basis on which to judge your current character.
Hey, there's no VTT right now.
Yeah,
Right.
what's up with that?
Yeah, we're all rolling real dice. The other thing that we have is a random magical effect table that you, the viewer, can unleash upon us for 2,000 bits. And I will roll on a table that I will generate for wonderful Don John random generator and roll and unleash chaos upon either myself or the players, depending on how it pans out. So that's a thing that is a good time. Now, obviously, as we have stated, we are playing Kids on Brooms. I might say Kids on Bikes if I refer to it enough, because it starts with a B, and that's what I do. But we are playing Kids on Brooms by Hunters Entertainment. It is fantastic. If anyone out there is watching and knows about it and follows their free RPG Day stuff, some of what we will experience will be familiar to you, because I'm using some of their stuff as a framework for our own stuff. So don't be surprised if something happens that you're like, hey, wait a minute, that's in this thing. But we have kind of created a little bit of our own setting, and I will give you a little bit of a rundown on, as soon as I can find my damn page. Ooh, there it is. So our students are players, our characters, are students of the Bruxton Academy of Arcane Arts, one of the preeminent wizarding schools of a secondary school nature in the world, located in wonderful New York City. But of course, I will say that it is a New York City that does not necessarily exist in the real world, but more of in my perception of what New York City might be through movies and books and stuff. So Andy, don't try to call me out on some shit because you live there. Okay. Thank you. But this school is located in New York City. It goes by many names. One of which is the Archive of Doors, one of which is the Shadow Library. All of this should become clear, the reasons why, as time goes on. The school is, of course, headmistressed by a headmistress whose name is Guinevere Rathsbane, who, like all great wizards, has like a number of titles. She is known as the Supreme Mistress of the Unseen, the Bearer of the Shadow Veil, Wielder of the Wand of the New Moon. Yeah, because wizards be awesome.
You know what the kids call her? G-Bane.
What do the G-Bane?
Yep.
Nice.
If you're cool.
I like it.
Stop trying to make G-Bane happen. I'm kidding. It is cool.
I think it happened. G-Bane.
The hallmark of the school is its main building, the library itself. The library is the central hub of the school itself, and is feasibly the only part of the school that is actually in New York, although it's never really easy to tell, as the rest of the school is decentralized through a series of artifice doors created by the headmistress that allow classrooms and labs and offices to be located in various places throughout the world, on account of bad people trying to do bad stuff. And this is a great way to defend against it. Compartmentalize. A cool kind of hallmark of the school, at the center, there's a courtyard at the center of the library that contains the Hexen Ring, which is a large, massive, ancient mushroom circle that has weird magical powers, probably, most likely, definitely. And magical folk get around New York much like normal people. They walk, or they use the subway. And when they use the subway, they have a special version of the subway that they use, one that is obfuscated from the normal people of the world. There are special not in service cars that are really actually in service. And if you're a magic person, they appear to be totally normal to you. And that's how you get around, because I don't know, that's cool. That's what people do. All right. Also, you know, like most of these sorts of things, magic is kind of kept separate from the world, right? You have the bifurcated world of magic and non-magic. I'm sure that there are people who are real dicks about it. We are not them. We are very nice people about it. You got that, Kirk?
Are you saying I'm a dick?
No, I'm just making sure. All right. So enough of that blather. A lot of this is going to get kind of invented as we play, and it'll be fun. I'm excited for it. So let's meet our characters. Let's start with Ashley. Please tell us who your character is, what their playbook is, the cool things about you.
Okay. All right. So my character, her name is Roxanna Greenveil, and she is a first year, which I believe is about 12 years old here at the magic school. She has bright blue hair with like thick curly bangs, and the rest of her hair is kind of like pulled up in a messy knot, and there's several different like sticks sticking out of it. One's like a paintbrush, one's like a pottery tool, and then there's usually some third thing that she's forgotten in there. And she has bright pink glasses, and she usually wears like a skirt with either wellies or combat boots or something like that. She has a pink canvas satchel with pins down the strap, and one of them has a big heart on it that says hedgehogs with a big heart. And she is the trope eccentric. So she's going to be super fun. She has we have our familiars, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Ready? Yep. Okay. So she has a familiar that is a raccoon, and his name is Walter. Do you want anything else?
What kind of stuff did you get up to over Christmas break?
Okay. So, over Christmas break, she was kind of left to herself. Her mother is a child psychologist, but like a normal one. So she doesn't really know what to do with a magical child. And so she just thinks everything is fantastic. And she doesn't, there's no punishments, there's no rules, there's no boundaries. And she is left to roam around looking, and her favorite pastime is looking for found objects to use in art. So she makes messy, terrible art projects. And that's what she does for fun.
Nice. Kirk, please tell us about your character and what they did over Christmas break.
All right. I'm playing Levin Shortop, a first-year student who has spent a lot of time in the the books, kind of escaping reality, his mundane life, his parents being non-magical, but his grandfather having passed down his magic staff to Levin. Over spring break or winter break, he spent a lot of time teaching squirrels how to play rock guitar songs because he's trying to start a animal band. He read Meta Magic by a renowned wizard whose name I can't think of off the top of my head, because he also read 3 other books. And he took Leonardo swimming a few times. His familiar turtle, who he carries around with a jar of water. He just occasionally will dump a little water on him.
Nice. What kind of turtle is Leonardo?
He's a painted turtle.
Absolutely, the best kind of turtle.
But he can be magically manipulated to stand up and flex.
Like
he likes guns to do it. Yeah, he flexes. He does like strongman poses. But then he goes back to being he's not actually strong. He just can do poses.
Right. Nice. That's hilarious. I love it. Andy, hello. Please introduce us to your character and tell us what your character did over Christmas break.
All right. My character's name is Maximilian Dufresne. He is kind of a skinny, slight kid, first-year student also. He's got some like shaggy dark hair. He dresses very casually, jeans and a t-shirt kind of guy. And he has a Emperor Tamarin as a familiar named Douglas.
Yes.
And he over break he went on a family vacation to a beach seashore kind of area with a boardwalk, and he was incredibly bored because he was with his family.
And what remind me to what is your playbook or type or whatever?
A trope, or he is a charismatic slacker.
And Kirk?
I'm a withdrawn bookworm.
That's right. All right. Dave, same questions.
I am playing what is it called? A prankster. The mischievous prankster or wacky prankster. His name is Colton Sky. He comes from an extremely wealthy family, which he attempts to put as much distance between as possible. But with a last name like Sky, it's a little hard. His father, along with a couple of other partners, started the very well-known media conglomerate Sky Entertainment. They were the first to pioneer a magical infused media company.
Nice.
And he tries to distance himself. He usually wears shorts, even when it's snowing and cold. He's always got these green cargo shorts on and some sort of a 90s band t-shirt, probably a band that maybe he's never even heard. But he, I don't know, like the Misfits is probably what he has on today, or maybe the Red Hot Chili Peppers, something like that.
Nice.
He's got black spiky hair, and he has a familiar, a tarantula named Ocho. And he and Ocho like to get into a lot of trouble. In fact, over Christmas break, his father and his family, he has three brothers, older brothers, who are total dicks. He hates them. And they were invited to one of his father's business partners' holiday parties, super fancy gala. They call this guy the governor for some reason. And but you know, Ocho and Colton, they were there to spice things up. So he brought some speaking of Red Hot Chili Pepper, he brought some chili peppers to the party, and he put it on the doorknob to the bathroom. And dude, he got in so much trouble. Like, of course, his parents knew right away. But basically, people had to leave. Everybody seemed to trickle out of the party shortly after using the restroom. So he's pretty much grounded.
Wow. That's unfortunate. So I of course have to ask, are we saying it is canon that your family owns the real world Sky Entertainment?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Okay. Some people might not be familiar with Sky in the real world. So I just wanted to make sure that we're putting a thing that is both real and a little bit of fantasy together. I like it. Now I'm going to have to find TV listings. What plays on Sky?
I have no idea.
Yeah,
I've never heard of it, actually. I just made that up.
Oh, really? Yeah. No, I think it's Irish, or it's like
It's
English.
British. Yeah, British.
Yeah.
Well, in
Yeah.
this world, it is based in New York City, and
All
it is
right.
the first magically infused media company.
Nice. And was this gala like up in the what's that fancy place where people go
it totally
up
was.
North?
The Hamptons.
The Hamptons.
Oh, that'd be out east.
Yeah.
Hey,
Where's the
I don't know.
where's Andy?
at the
Where's
end
the
of Long
fanciest? Where's the fanciest place in like Manhattan to have a party?
It'd be like the Upper East Side, just like
Hell
the
yeah.
wealthy part.
Upper
of
East
town.
Side, baby.
Yeah.
Right in Doctor Strange's. Wait, that's Greenwich. Anyway.
Upper East Side.
Yeah.
Well, it's
Fantastic.
all very expensive real estate now. But
Right.
But the
Upper East Side
most.
is traditionally like old money New York.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So as you lot are, returning to school, you have made your way to the appropriate train station, perhaps. We could say definitely it happens to be the same train station that you are, of course, all at, waiting to board the train. It's morning, and the normal sounds of the subway are happening. People coming and going. That guy who's always on YouTube and TikTok playing his baritone saxophone over there, dancing, playing ska music. He's over there busking. Nobody knows that guy. You guys don't know that guy?
Yeah, I do. I'm gonna slip him a $50 bill that I stole out of my dad's wallet.
Nice. Yeah. And there's a certain kind of sound, a bit of a kind of fey twinkling that accompanies the oncoming approach of the NIS, or the not in service car that you are, of course, awaiting to take you to the school station. And it happens. You hear it coming. You can pick out kind of the people who are magic folk like yourselves. Perhaps some of them are school goers, students or teachers, not unlike yourselves. As you see all everybody kind of starts to pay attention as the sound comes, because it's time to get on the car. And then, of course, all the regular people don't really react. They don't notice it.
Do I see Lori?
Who's Lori?
That girl. That girl.
Oh yeah.
Keeping an eye out for her because I want to
Okay.
keep my distance.
Let's see. No, you do not see Lori. The train pulls up, and it's a not quite a garishly colored train car, but it is a sort of brightly kind of painted car. There are like little like holiday lights on it, like on the inside. Even though you know about magic, obviously you go to a magic school, some of you have magic families, you're still always like, this is weird that nobody notices this car. It's really kind of garish in a way, but nobody notices it, of course. And people, of course, start to board. You can see some younger kids, maybe who have, or some other kids maybe who have parents who are like to bring them to places. I don't know if your parents are here, but you definitely see some kids getting on by themselves, some kids getting on as their parents kind of bring them. Of course, one father perhaps is crying and hugging his daughter, even though she's just going back to school. But, parents get emotional at these things.
Is that normal?
What do you do? Probably.
Hey, Levi? Is that normal? Levin?
What was normal?
Levy.
What?
That. See that right over there? The dad. The dad. He's like crying. Is that normal?
Shit, dude. I think it's supposed to be.
My dad would never do that.
I don't think my parents would understand either. My grandpa showed up.
Oh.
He's pretty cool. Got me this trunk of books. Check it out, and I'll open up my trunk. It'll just be books. There will be no clothes or anything else in it.
That looks heavy.
It's so heavy. It's so heavy.
Hey, Roxy. Check this out.
What are you guys talking about?
Max, check out all these books. Check out these books.
So Roxanne, she pops her head up. She has Walter on a leash, like a bright red leash. And he is kind of like complaining about it, like, and she kind of just half drags him across the floor over it. Well, by the way, Walter is a little overweight.
Cute
for a raccoon. She's like, what are you looking at?
Hey, don't worry about it. She's got a permit for that thing. Mind your own business. Look at these books.
What?
Look at the books. He's got a ton of them. A whole chest.
What do you got in there, man?
Yeah. It's
Is it for an art project? Are you gonna do paper mache?
No.
That would work.
You're gonna read all those books?
Well, I've read a few of them already. This one's about magic and music. This one's so good. I taught a squirrel how to play Aerosmith.
You got it in there about like
you taught a squirrel
trick
how to
people
play
or something?
music?
That is so cool. And then Roxanne digs into her bag. She pulls out like an entire jumbo jar of pickles. She opens the lid and just goes, pickles?
I'll have one.
Okay.
I'm not hungry. But thanks.
No, thank you.
And then she, as she's putting them away, Walter kind of like makes a grab for the pickles. And she just goes, we're on a diet. Solidarity, my little trash panda. She puts it away.
Good.
I know, right? Pickles.
Did you make this?
No. That would be pretty cool, though. I wonder if we could make those in the kitchens.
We could try and make one on the train.
What?
Is there a
Pick-
kitchen on the
pickles
train?
We could try.
I've heard of snakes on a train, but I've never heard of pickles on a train.
If we all work together, we could figure it out.
I don't. They say you're not supposed to bring food on there.
Oh shit! He throws the pickle just randomly behind.
Oh
me,
man, you almost hit that guy.
Dave, just roll flight.
Oh, okay. That is for me
For
is
pickles.
a D20.
For
I roll
pickle
a
attack.
D20. But I rolled a 1.
Oh. You distinctly hear a thwop, followed by a "Yep. Who's throwing pickles?
Don't look.
Where-
Don't look.
That-
Don't look.
That thing is kosher. You could have put my eye out. Who threw that? Mildred. You hear like an old couple.
Mildred.
Just like an old dude, flat cap. Old his old wife Mildred. They're back there. He's just kind of angrily looking
Are they
around.
wizards or are they like normal?
Nope, they're
pets?
just regular old people.
Nerds.
Mom says I'm not supposed to throw pickles at regular people.
Well, technically you didn't. I did.
Shh. Quiet. They're
So-
right over there.
Levin, what are you gonna like wear at school and stuff? Don't you have like toothpaste and toothbrush? And I only see books.
Oh, I will just. I mean, I can just. Well, they have the uniforms.
Do you have any books you don't want anymore?
No.
Okay. Let me know.
He
I'm
wants all
always
the
looking for
books.
old books.
Yeah, I would love some old books too, because macrame is really fun if you want to ever try it sometime. Because you can like paint it and like you can make it hollow and like okay.
That sounds really fun.
Just let me know.
I don't have any macrame books.
Or toothpaste.
Well, technically they're all macrame books. But because you make macrame out of books. Or you can.
Out of paper.
You know what else you can make out of paper? Spitballs.
You know what else you can make out of paper?
Mm-mm.
Words and knowledge.
Oh man.
What
What about you, Max? What's going on with you, buddy?
I don't know.
How
Just-
was Christmas?
I'm pretty good. I don't know. My family's kind of boring though.
Yeah.
I just played games a lot.
Oh, what games?
I got this new game book. Have you ever played a game book?
What
I
is
got-
with
I
all
got-
the books?
I'm trying to.
No, what is
I'm
it?
trying to sell them this year.
Game books?
Yeah, check it out.
All right.
And I'll show you this
I'll
book.
I'll look at it.
And when you open it up, it's got this. It's like an illusion-based video game housed inside of a book.
Huh.
And the game
Oh.
the game is called Hot Chicks.
Ooh.
But it's
what?
But as the preview starts playing it, you can see it's actually about how you have to dodge these like flaming chickens that are flying at you.
Pretty cool.
Pretty cool, huh? I'm gonna sell it. I'm gonna sell it and make
Dude,
a lot of money. I
that's
learned how to make
genius.
them over the break.
Whoa.
That's
That-
cool.
That's
Yeah.
neat.
Pretty cool, right?
Hot chicks. I'm writing this shit down. Flaming chickens. I need that on my mobile device.
Yeah.
The title will sell itself.
Hey, yes.
Move over, Angry Birds. We got hot chicks.
We got
Hey.
hot chicks coming at you.
I know some upperclassmen who would probably like that.
I'm gonna make a lot of money this year.
You got to patent it. I heard that word. Patent.
I mean, I'm not like the first one to make it, but you know, there's not many people that make them.
I made a TikTok video.
TikTok.
She whips out a smartphone and like it's already queued up. You
Oh
see
my God.
her dragging Walter like into the frame. They have matching outfits on. At which time, like she dumps Walter on the floor, and then she starts to dance, and Walter just gets up, makes an unhappy noise, and then just wanders off screen.
Oh my God, that's really good.
Whoa.
Right?
I think
I
Walter's
have,
going to
like-
be an internet sensation. I really
I
do.
have like 3 views.
Whoa.
Good job, Walter.
It says 4.
I think that's because we just
I'm
watched it.
internet famous.
That's amazing. As you have this conversation, the subway car is filling up. You can see like kind of the next door down to that car. There is a mom. You can see kind of pushing her son onto the train, and you can hear her say, "Carter, I know you're nervous to go back, but it's gonna be great. You're gonna have a wonderful time. It'll get better, I promise." And she has to almost push him back, push him onto the train, like physically. He's resisting a bit. She says, "I love you, kiddo. You can be the best." And have you boarded the train yet?
Yeah. We'll get on.
Time to go.
Get
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
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 The train doors close, and it begins to move along. You can see kind of as you glance around the train car, a number of students, it both in your kind of year and in other other years. So there's like some upperclassmen and what as well on the train. Perhaps people that are on the train. There's a number of a couple of faculty people are here. To include Dean Minerva, who is kind of the dean who is like the face of the school. Like she's always the person who's like doing things and taking everybody on field trips and meeting kids and getting everybody to. She's kind of like the workhorse dean, as opposed to like the dean who does paperwork. I don't know what deans do. And you can see that she's kind of welcoming different students and just generally wishing everybody welcome back from Christmas break. Anything you got on the train as you're riding the train? Anything you want to do? Anything more?
I think Colton would probably get up and walk around. It's kind of a long trip, right? I mean, it's not a short journey.
It's
Hour, 2 hours, something like that, or not that long.
Yeah, we'll say it's maybe like 20 minutes.
Oh, that's it. Okay.
It's not a long ride. Yeah, we're somewhere in New York going to another place that is somewhere in New York.
Got it.
Everything's like a 20-minute train ride.
It is narratively as far as it needs to be.
Hey, Roxy, what's this TikTok thing? I've heard about it. Do you think, like, can you help me set up a thing? Can I do it?
Yeah, you totally can. Do you have a smartphone?
Yeah.
Okay. And so she sits down and starts like helping you set it up.
Oh, cool. Now what do I do?
Now you make videos.
Okay. Hey, will you make one with me?
Yeah, let's totally make a video.
What should we do?
I don't know. We can
should we
dance.
jump?
We can sing.
Oh.
We can make macrame. I don't know.
Can we not the macrame thing? That's kind of your brand. What if we do the pickle thing again?
You're gonna throw pickles?
No. I just want to taste one.
Okay.
All right.
She takes out the whole like family-sized jar of pickles.
I'm gonna hold the phone
unscrews
out.
it.
I'm holding out the phone, videoing.
Pickle?
I love pickles. I'm gonna pretend to take a bite, and then I'm gonna go.
Nice.
Does it hit anyone?
Yeah, roll flight again.
Hey, this time I rolled a 10.
Nice.
Working my way to that 20. And then kabam! Explosion.
Kabam.
We're in like a train car, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
It's gonna make a good video, right?
Yeah. You hear another, of course, telltale thwap. And you hear somebody say, "Hey,
put the pickles away, put them away.
who did that? Which one of you shrimps threw that pickle?" And then you hear another voice, and it's like, "Yeah, which one of you? Who's throwing pickles at Bruno?"
Colton's gonna be like, "Yeah, who's throwing pickles?" And then he's gonna smile at the TikTok. and then end.
You see a couple of kids, upperclassmen, somewhere a year or so above you, and they're kind of like I gotta get my familiar. They're kind of like the kind of bigger, like jock kind of dudes. Maybe known to be bullies a bit.
Biff to our Marty.
And they kind of they're kind of looking around, giving everybody kind of the stink eye. And, you can see a few of the other kids are like, kind of, like shying back. And one of them sees that kid Carter, and he's like the kid with the kind of like his little goblin guy. He's not a goblin, but he's like the hype man to the real bully, right? He's like, "Hey, I bet it was Carter." And they kind of walk over to Carter. "Hey, Carter," and he pushes him. "You throwing pickles at us?" He's like, no, I didn't throw. Why would I throw a pip?
He didn't throw it.
Walter, attack! He's asleep. He's just a big fat
That's not working.
raccoon.
Dude, I don't know how to roll for raccoon. Roll raccoon damage.
Yeah, what do we roll for familiar?
What do you mean? Did you throw it?
No, I didn't throw it. And I just scoop up my giant overweight raccoon. And so it's just like hanging there, like looking disgruntled at them.
He doesn't really give you too much mind, Roxy, but he definitely says, "Hey, aren't you that Sky kid? You're a rich daddy. You're giving you all those Pickles.
Aren't
He kind of
you
starts
an
walking over.
overgrown bully with no sense of humor?
Goes, what do you mean? And he like goes to like he's gonna smack you.
I'm gonna high five him.
Nice. As you reach, as you are reaching to high five, you all hear the high grating squeal of brakes, and the train goes dark. All the lights go off. You can see, of course, you hear a exasperated like, what's oh no, what's happening from all over the train car. You can see like almost right away you can see a number of taller set wands, aka like faculty wands, kind of light up and reveal a number of students in clumsy piles as the train has kind of ground to a halt and knocked a number of folks over. Dean, you hear Dean Minerva's voice. She says, faculty to me, returning students, make sure everyone is okay. Or upperclassmen, make sure everyone is okay. Everyone remain calm.
Is that big guy still standing in front of me?
Give me a D20 roll, Dave.
10.
He kind of you can see that he's kind of a couple of feet up whichever way a person would fall, given I don't know how physics work anymore. You can see that he's kind of like tripped over his little crony.
So he's on the ground.
Yeah, he's like half rising.
I'll reach out and I'll just reach my hand out and say, hey, let me help you up, man. No hard feelings.
Roll charm for me.
All right, it's a D12 for me. I haven't rolled a D12 for a long time. 11.
11, nice. Yeah, he kind of looks at you like a bit side eye, and he reaches out a hand and
I go psych.
Oh.
and then I turn around and I go sit down with my friends again.
Oh yeah. You can feel the dark wands, as it were, in your back. Not daggers, right? Dark wands. As he is just giving you the evil eye. You can hear he kind of like says something to his crony kid and like, get up. How do the rest of you react?
Is it still like it's dark in here, or it just
Yeah,
momentarily was dark?
Yeah.
Roxanna is cowering in a corner with her raccoon, who has somehow opened the jar of pickles and is just like busily eating pickles.
The raccoon is?
The raccoon is.
Nice.
Walter.
You said it was only momentarily dark?
Well, now there are, it's like the lights are still on, but now there are wand illuminations happening.
Okay.
As faculty members have kind of lit, and some of the other students have kind of lit up, and Dean Minerva is kind of rallying people, and people are like getting accountability. Some of the teachers are like attempting to do some kind of roll call, or because it's magic, so we know who's supposed to be here, who's not supposed to be here.
I'm just going to be sitting in the back of the train with the book Modern Processes and Procedures of Food.
Of what? Of food?
Magical processes and procedures of food.
Nice.
And we're going to be looking at a recipe for a potion of pickles.
A potion of pickles. Okay.
Yes.
Literally just vinegars and cucumbers.
Pretty much.
Pickle potion.
Yeah,
Pickle potion, though.
it's not much to it.
I like it. It's like a liquid pickle. Sometimes, you just need a pickle.
I mean,
But
pickles
you
are
don't
kind of
wanna have
magic, right?
A physical object, yeah. Derp, 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 Max.
I'm just gonna go to Colton. Man, that was awesome. That guy's a jerk.
Yeah. Who the hell is that guy?
I don't know.
You know him?
I've seen him around.
No sense of humor, right?
I know, right?
Jeez, just a pickle. God.
It's too early in the morning for
He's-
pickles to the face.
He seems strangely obsessed with pickles.
Yeah, what's with the pickle obsession?
Yeah, I know, right?
Oh man. I can't wait to get back to classes. I'm honest. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's so much more cool
Really?
around here. Yeah.
Oh man, it's kind of a drag too, though. I mean, I like seeing my friends, but classes.
Yeah. They're easy.
After a few more moments, you hear one of the faculty members of a physical education teacher, perhaps. He says, Carter, has anyone seen Carter? He's kind of looking around, and you can see some of the kids are looking around. Some kids are looking at Bruno.
We don't talk
couple of
about
kids
Bruno.
A couple of kids are looking at looking your way, Colton. And this Carter kid doesn't seem to be about.
He was right over there a minute ago.
Weird. Maybe Walter ate him.
Maybe he
That-
was
that's
taken by the
that's entirely-
shadow people.
Huh?
What are you talking about, man?
As she
Dude.
says that, the lights from the wands go out, and
She shrieks.
you feel yourselves moving again. And at first you're like, oh yeah, the train is going and the lights are out for some reason. But then you slowly realize that, as a matter of fact, no, the train is not moving. And wait a minute, you are not, in fact, on the train. You find yourself standing on the rail line in a tunnel, in the train tunnel. The four of you, Walter, and a large trunk of books.
Wow.
We're going to take this moment to take a quick break.
Hey.
Yeah, we'll take a break.
We didn't even make it
Uh,
past the first train. We're already.
You're already in the thick of it.
Oh shit.
But yeah, those of you who are watching, hello, welcome. Thank you for hanging out and watching. We're playing Kids on Brooms. It's exciting.
It's
We'll
fun.
see if they get eaten by shadow people,
Wait,
just
that's
like-
real?
just like Roxanne said.
It probably is now.
Oh no.
But yeah, we'll be back in like 10 minutes. Grab a beverage, get a snack, treat yourself right.
Mm. Self-care.
All right. So you find yourself in the train tunnel. It's the four of you, all your familiars and your stuff, whatever things that you have are with you. You are in this train tunnel. The train not there. It's a little weird.
Let's go. What happened? Where's
I
the
think-
train?
I think it's
We're
Walter's
missing
fault.
something.
I'm gonna pull my wand out. I don't like this. Nobody else is around?
Oh, jeez.
Did the shadow people steal the whole train and everyone on it but us?
I mean,
We were on the train, right?
I think we were moved.
How'd we get?
Isn't there like a sign around here on the wall? Maybe
Are there any doors
tells us
around
where
us?
we are.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't know how subway tunnels work.
They have
Well,
signs
every now and
everywhere.
then there's
You
like
are
a-
here.
Access.
There's
door.
like some kind of access door.
Sure.
Not
Guys,
that
just
like near the stations.
be careful not to touch the tracks. They're electric.
Depends.
Ooh, good call.
Yeah, the third rail. Don't pee on it either.
Walter, don't pee on that. I'm just gonna
Kind of
pick up
funny.
my chubby raccoon friend.
Does
Douglas
Walter
is
wear
just running
pants?
around back and forth on my shoulder.
No,
A raccoon with pants.
he's just wearing
Yeah, a
like one of
little
those
sweater.
cat leashes,
Just thought it'd be
Um,
hilarious if you wore pants, but yeah.
and that's it, like a little cat harness.
I mean,
Diaper.
let's just walk. Who's gonna carry
I
all
guess.
those books though? That's a lot of books to carry, dude.
Is that thing
Can we-
heavy?
Can we leave them here?
It's kind of heavy.
How big is this? How big is this trunk?
So I'm picturing like a,
Like a steamer?
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, kind of like a old school, like big
I don't like
square
trunks.
trunk.
Like a
Does it
2x3
have
by
wheels?
3.
Yeah, with a big no. There's no wheels. Usually somebody would help carry it.
Guys,
But I'm gonna think back and try and I'm gonna try and float it where we're going.
Okay. All right.
Can you pull that behind a broom?
Well, I don't think I could, but I can here, and I'll grab my staff out and I'll like bang my staff on the ground and I'll say some words in some language and try and make it float.
All right. Let's we'll call this a flight roll. And since it's magic, you get to roll the magic die. Oh boy, I didn't write that down on my sheet.
It's
magic die is
1d4.
As a D4. Yeah.
mhm.
Okay, good. Yeah, so roll your roll your flight plus your magic die. I'm gonna say that this is gonna be rather difficult due to the fact that it is reality bending.
Okay. I got a 14.
Oh shit. Let's see.
I think you
Yep.
won, Kirk.
Yep. You speak your words. What language is it in?
Well, just English.
English. Okay. Fair enough. And there's a bit of a, you kind of finalize and you say your magic word, and there's a bit of a pause, and you kind of look around, and you're and then you hear like a womp 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 womp, and it kind of levitates up off the ground.
Oh, you're doing it, Levin. You're doing it. Levitate. Is that what that
He's
is?
levitating.
My grandpa tried to teach me this for a really long time. This is the first time I've ever gotten it right.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
We should put this on TikTok. Hold on.
Oh, yeah.
Oh no, we can't.
What?
No, we should. No. People will see it.
All right, we won't do it.
No. Oh.
Too late.
I'll hide behind the floating chest.
Magic.
It's magic. I'm a street magician. Those kids are in the subway again putting TikToks.
Roxy,
How
when
you
you when you set up my TikTok, what did you make my username?
Big Wizard 69.
Whoa. Cool user.
That's canon.
Oh wow.
Yep. I'm going to TikTok right now to get that username.
Holy shit.
I don't even have
It's
a TikTok
probably
account.
taken.
No
It's
way.
probably
It is.
taken.
I don't know. I've never been on TikTok.
What is it? Is it
Wizard.
TikTok.com?
69.
Pulling up on you, nigga. Put some respect on my name.
It's just my brain.
Name.
There's no Big Wizard 69 on TikTok.
There isn't? Grab it, Kirk. Grab it. I don't know how to
This
do
is
it.
on the internet. You better hurry.
Yeah, grab it.
Oh man.
And then send me the login info for it, if you don't mind. We're making one.
Oh, that's so amazing.
Thank you. Do it on my
Thanks,
computer.
Roxy. Yeah. Was it a app thing? All right. Anyway, sorry, Chad. Didn't mean to disrupt the game.
no worries. It's worth it for Big Wizard 69.
Yeah.
Yes, it's kind of cool down here.
And what? These puddles don't smell good.
Yeah, they really don't.
Yeah, it does stink.
Maybe we should move off of the tracks.
Yeah. You don't hear a train coming, do you?
Do
I
we
heard
hear a
you
train coming?
You don't.
Okay.
You do not. You start walking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's
Looking for a
walk
door.
the way that we were supposed to be going, if we can figure that out.
Okay. Yeah. Let's see. Let's have you roll me a check there, Roxanne. Let's have you give me we'll call it brains.
Okay.
Let's roll some brains.
Nope. Oh man. Okay. Yeah. So it's just a straight roll from my stats.
I'll get it, Kirk.
So I get a
Yep.
D10. And that is 3.
All right.
Do I add any of my like wand or or other abilities
Yes.
to that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Add
4.
yeah, if you have a 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't make heads or tails of where you're at. You don't see any signs. You must be between signs, perhaps. The tunnel itself looks kind of, like you said. There's some weird puddles. You can hear things scurrying about, kind of in the darkness between lights. There's an odd smell.
Thank you.
Oh man.
Oh man, that's so good.
Did exist.
Send
It
me
did
the
exist.
Oh, it did
send me
exist?
the info when you get
Yeah.
a chance, Kirk.
Oh, no, he said it
tried to
exists.
make
Somebody else
exist.
Oh,
Let's
it's
do
already
that.
there. Those bastards.
Knew it.
That sucks.
That's okay.
Oh well.
Guess
Such is life.
guess what they don't have? Big Wizard 69 2. Double the pleasure. Double the fun.
Maybe I'll make that my next game.
Big Wizard 69 2. What am I into, Roxy? Oh, just kidding.
I
It's
don't know.
obviously
Big Wizard 69-2, The Search for More Magic.
I'm into gaming.
I've heard the rats get big down here, guys. Let's keep going.
Rats are cool, dude.
Not
Yeah,
all
I
of
guess
them.
you just pick a direction. Does anybody else try to determine? Does anybody else want to
Guys,
try to
I don't
figure
know
out which way you
which
should
way
go?
we're going.
Let's just pick a way. Let's go.
Let's go that way.
Well,
Alright.
the train would go to follow the tracks usually.
Which way smells better?
That way.
Okay, let's go that way. This way stinks.
Just let's go, guys. TikTok is so confusing.
You start to kind of make your way up the train tracks, up the tunnel, and you can hear rats and different things. You hear every now and then you hear like the sound of a train, but it's obviously like on a different set of tracks. Like maybe there's another set of tracks on the other, like just on the other side of this wall. Maybe there's another tunnel right next to you or something, right? Because you can kind of hear trains muffled, right? And you come to a Y in the tracks. There's one of those little switchy guys, and it goes left or right.
Now which way, Levin?
Well,
Is there a way to divine which way to go?
we could try.
Maybe somebody should call the school.
I don't get any reception down here.
Yeah, you gotta be at a station.
I have a Nokia.
Can you use magic to like make the signal stronger?
What if we just like do a spell together and we try to pinpoint the school?
Ooh,
Okay.
let's try it.
What
Okay.
do you
So what do you want
Okay.
to do?
Do we hold hands?
Yeah, let's make a circle and we'll just summon a ball of light to guide us.
Is this your grandpa teach you this one?
No,
See
I'm
if we
just
can-
kind of
see if we can do this.
improvising.
All right, Andy.
So
Reach
what's
over.
what's your intention, Kirk?
Basically to create something that's drawn to the magic of the school, so that we can follow it as it's pulled to the school.
Okay. Okay, let's see.
Levin, are we gonna have to hold hands while we walk to school too? Then
It's a little walking pickle.
I don't know. Yeah, probably.
For safety.
No, I think we'll be okay.
Right.
Actually,
we'll just home in on it, and then we can go.
we'll
let's-
just have to chase it.
I really like it down here.
You guys have your brooms?
Yeah. But can we fly with that trunk of yours?
I don't know. We'll walk. You're right.
I could leave it here. We could leave it here and come back late. All right.
Oh yeah, the
called,
broom.
Books.
Need these for class.
Roxanna will get out her broom.
Okay.
And it's retractable, so it's smaller. It was like sticking out of her bag, and then she just slides it up, and it puffs out the end. It's the broom, and she has a tough break.
Because you have the.
That's a fancy broom.
Yeah,
The type of broom she has?
my dad brooms for a living. She gets on the broom.
That's pretty
He's a
sweet.
chimney sweep. So give me a, Kirk, give me a, we'll call it a brains magic roll. This is going to be, ooh, we'll say 2, 7, 14, 15. You'll need a 15 to cast this spell. We're making it even 14 since you're holding hands.
Got a 4.
A 4.
Wait, I get to roll a d4 still.
Yes, sir.
Magic.
Got a 6.
It's magic. A 6.
Did it work?
Okay.
What happened?
So you focus and maybe think of a similar spell that you have cast before to find lost books, because of course you have a spell for finding lost books, and you try to kind of do a similar thing, and a ball of light appears between you and kind of at the center of your circle, and kind of jiggles around and goes off down the right-hand passageway.
Did it, guys. We got to follow that.
Okay. I guess we go
we-
right.
Hey,
We'll grab
Levin.
the trunk and start running down the tunnel.
Levin. The trunk is gonna slow us down.
I know. But it might not be safe to fly down here, right? It's so
It's
enclosed.
not safe to walk. Are you gonna fly,
What if-
Roxy?
What if you're flying in a train?
Roxy's already sitting on her broom, and she's hauled Walter into her lap. She's like, yeah, let's go.
All right, hold on. Colton goes onto his phone and he hits a button on his phone, an app, and all of a sudden you hear this and come flying down the train tunnel, this broom, and it stops right there. And you look at it and it's all shiny and it's kind of high tech looking. This is the Bolton 5000.
5,000?
State of the
Nice.
art. Hasn't even hit the market yet, but his dad got it for him.
It's got the chrome accents.
Nice.
Oh yeah. It looks very high tech, and it's got a little fog machine on the back of it. All right, let's go.
Max pulls his broom out of the backpack. out of his backpack. And then he just kind of looks up side eye at Colton. He has the bolting 4000.
It doesn't. It's very similar, but it
No
doesn't have the
slot
calm
machine.
accents or the fog machine.
No.
Wow, 5,000. I heard that the U.S. flog squirreling
Did
team
you get that?
doesn't even have those yet.
It's yeah, my dad knows the guy that invented them.
Whoa. That's so cool.
You can try it sometime.
Guys, are you coming?
All right.
Like kick off.
Levin's like what down the hall or down the tracks already. Whoops. You kind of chase this ball of light or follow the ball of light for a good amount of time. You're flying behind it. It's moving pretty fast. It's one of those things where like no matter how fast even Colton seems to attempt to fly to catch up to it, is always is just ahead of you. And it kind of leads you. It takes a couple of rights, it takes a couple of lefts, and eventually I think there's you're following it, and there is you hear the distinct sounds of my brain just died. My brain died. You hear a kind of a low hum, a low sort of kind of chanting drone up ahead of you in the tunnels. Definitely in the direction that this light is going, and it kind of zips around a sort of bend in the tunnel up in front of you.
Colton stops to let the other two catch up, and then he's, do you think we should go back for Levin?
Wait, did we pass him?
Well, yeah, he's walking with his
Where'd he go?
the trunk. He's way back there.
Oh, God.
I-
Yeah.
Doesn't he have a broom?
Yeah, but he's using it to...
Could we like tie the trunk to the broom?
Let's get rid of the trunk and carry the books. We could each take a couple books on our own broom and split it up and help.
I could probably fit a few in my backpack.
Yeah, me too. I don't know.
Levin,
I like
it actually
trunks.
moves rather easily with your levitation spell.
Really?
Just tie it to his broom.
Yeah. You're caught up in the moment. You're not a real action. You're not an action guy. So you just took off running.
Yeah, and they'd like passed me a while ago.
Yeah.
I'm just like running after them. Like, I think this is the way.
You kind of round a bend, and you can see them kind of stopped, hovering on the tracks in front of you, just up the way. A little bit beyond them, you can see the glowing ball kind of comes around a bend in the tracks, and then kind of goes on again.
Guys,
Hey,
gotta fly slower.
Levin, get on your broom. You gotta move faster.
Oh yeah.
You're a wizard,
Oh,
Levin.
yeah.
good
Okay,
exercise though.
just a second. And I'll reach, and I'll like look around, and then I'll like open up the side of my trunk, and I'll like.
Oh, you're
Quiet.
muted.
He just was muted. What is that magic too?
I'll
Levin, we can't hear you. Speak up.
Why is he whispering?
He's got
Oh.
asthma. Leave him alone.
So I'll be fishing
Evan,
through
you're
my
so
trunk,
quiet.
and I'll move a few of the books out of the way, and then I'll reach into the bottom of the bottom of my trunk, and I'll pull out what looks like a shop broom, but it's got like a really big frilly like brush on the end. I'm like, okay, guys, just a second, and I'll like tie a little bit of one of the strings to the trunk and be like, okay, here we go, let's do this.
Do you need more than one of us to pull the trunk?
No, I think it'll be all right.
You
Oh,
can
it's
lash
super
on
light.
to. All right.
He's got it floating now, so he should be able to just pull it along. Corners might be weird though. Careful on the corners.
Okay.
You gotta remember to lean.
It go really fast.
Okay. Yeah, this isn't very fast.
Might like whip around.
Have you heard of
What-
centrifugal force?
If you spin,
Huh?
Of course.
if you create spin gravity while you fly,
Mm-hmm.
Centrifugal or centripetal?
I don't know. You would know more than
The
I
first
would.
one.
One of those.
That one isn't real.
What?
Let's keep
Well, let's
going. We're gonna lose this
centripetal out of
thing.
here.
Okay.
It went that way. We gotta hurry.
Do I know if he's lying to me about if it's real or not? I'm pretty sure that it's real.
Centrifugal force.
Yeah.
I don't know. We're 12.
He's pretty smart. I mean,
He reads a lot of books.
He must be right.
We're gonna lose that thing, that light
Oh, yeah.
that was showing us the
let's
way.
go.
I had it over after the thing.
All I know is it went
It's
around that
definitely
corner.
real.
Do you guys hear something weird?
You liar.
yeah, as you kind of approach, you continue on and you kind of approach that kind of bend that the light, that the ball kind of disappeared beyond. You can hear a kind of low sort of droning chant, and as you come around that bend, you can see maybe 30-40 feet down the tracks, a figure lying on the ground. That orb is kind of hovering there, kind of in the air above him, kind of circling. And there is also another figure, but this one made of pure white light, kind of hovering off the ground above this figure that is laying on the ground. One hand of the glowing figure is on the forehead, one hand is on the heart of this form on the ground. You can see, even as you watch, kind of the lights nearby. There's a couple of utility lights in the tunnel or whatever, and you can almost see the light kind of stream away from the light bulbs and kind of into this figure. And indeed, the light from your glowing orb does the same thing.
Energy vampire.
And
Bro, what is that?
Ah!
and then this light kind of flows through the glowing figure and into this form on the ground.
What are they doing?
I don't know. Stealing energy?
That's not good.
How far away are they?
Like 30-40 feet.
They haven't noticed us yet?
Not just yet.
Let's get out of here.
Don't get any
Wait.
closer.
That person might need our help.
They could
Bro,
be dangerous.
We're 12.
It's true. You got any more of those pickles, Roxy?
Get ready
Yeah,
to run.
okay. She like goes and
But the
pulls
pickles
out the jar
away.
of pickle. But okay.
It worked before.
Oh, you're gonna throw a pickle?
Yeah.
It might work.
All right, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna pull out my wand. I'm gonna magically infuse this pickle with spicy pepper sauce. And I'm gonna throw it, and I want it to explode right when it gets to the light creature, and
Okay.
cover it with pickly peppers.
Pickled peppers.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
A whole peck of them.
Yeah, let's do a magic flight roll.
All right, that's my flight stat plus a D4.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then any other
God damn.
bonuses that you have from your
Oh, from my wand.
wand or from your broom as well.
Oh yeah, so I get +1 from a broom.
And since you're underclassmen, you also get a +1 to flight.
Oh shit. Okay, so I get a total of +3 on this roll. That's cool. 10 +4 +3 is 17.
Wow. Nice. Yeah. I feel like it's one of these, right, where you've got the pickle and you're kind of swirling, and eventually you're just swirling the wand, and the pickle is just kind of, off the end of the wand, and you can see this kind of red, spicy liquid kind of begin to form and surround the pickle, and you like whip it
Yeah.
with your wand, right? And
Yup.
it flies, and it with the utmost of precision, not unlike randomly every time when you throw pickles.
Good with pickles.
It smashes this creature, this light creature in the face, and there's an explosion of spicy red sauce.
And I would imagine like it's overkill, right? It's more than you would expect because it's magical and just sort of coats it, and maybe
It's like
it diminishes the
Nickelodeon.
light a little bit. Like the
Yeah.
light
Slimed.
diminishes because of it. Yeah, it's kind of slimed with pickle pepper sauce.
Dude.
Oh shit, it worked!
Yeah,
Ah!
the figure kind of takes this pickle to the side of the head and kind of gets covered, and it reacts, and you hear like a woman's voice, and it says so spicy.
You got it.
And this figure kind of and like what is like wiping the spicy sauce off of its light body, and then kind of looks back down at the figure on the ground, and looks up at you lot, and it says, it's like almost in a sort of distracted kind of way, like, oh, it's worked. Hooray.
What's going on over there? Who are you?
That's a good question. Who is this person? What is this?
Gotta
thing?
make it come over here.
Should we run?
No, we
Yeah.
should fly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we should.
On the count of three.
Three.
Scatter!
Serpentine!
Yeah.
We don't know where we're going.
The
Maybe it can
figure-
help us.
And we
The
never made it out of
figure-
the subway. And that's the end,
the
folks.
light figure kind of looks around and kind of stands up, and you bolt, and as you as you bolt, you feel that perhaps you've gone faster than you thought you would. You feel that kind of similar kind of movement feeling that you felt earlier, and there's a bit of a settling, and you realize that you are back on the train, and the lights are again out or still out. You're not really, of course, sure. And you can see quickly a number of teachers are pulling wands back out and lighting lights up, and you hear Dean Minerva's voice again. What? Everybody, stay calm.
What the hell just happened? Heck, what the heck happened?
Did I fall asleep?
Count, Roxy, count the pickles. Count the pickles.
She pulls out the pickles. It is significantly empty, right?
That all just happened, right?
Yeah. I guess
Oh my
first question,
God.
did you ever have an actual accurate count of how many pickles you had?
Well, I wanted to say that it was 3/4 full at the beginning of the train ride.
Now it's like a quarter full.
Right. There's been a lot of pickle eating and throwing.
That happened. Pickles are a great way to judge time and reality.
It
We
seems
see
really
Carter
So
weird.
anymore?
too.
Man. What was that thing doing? Was that a
What was it?
person?
Was it standing over somebody?
Yeah.
Did we recognize the person that was? Did we ever see the person that was laying down?
No, because you ran pretty quick.
Is Carter still missing from the train?
You look around, and you see Carter is kind of sitting in a seat not too far from where you are.
Is he covered in pickles?
Appears normal. Give me a brains roll.
Spicy
Ooh.
sauce.
Roxy.
All right. That is a
Yes.
10. 4.
4. You notice that there is the faintest of red spicy stain on his hat.
I go over and I smell him.
What is she doing? What is she doing?
Did you just go?
He kind of looks up at you like with a questioning look on his face, and you sniff.
Spicy pickles.
Yeah,
I just give him as an explanation.
yeah, you smell a little bit of vinegar and a little bit of whatever's in spicy pickle magic.
The good stuff.
He looks up at you and he says, hello.
What did you eat for lunch?
Well, we haven't had lunch yet. It's still early in the day.
What do you have for breakfast? All of a sudden, I sidle up next to Roxy.
Or brunch.
He says,
No social skills club.
Tell
he
us.
says, oh, the same thing I have every morning at home. My wizardos.
With
Then
spicy sauce?
why do you
Big-
have
big bowl
spicy
of Wizardos.
pickles on your
What? He takes his hat off and looks at it. He's like, oh,
Yeah.
that's weird.
And I just I turn and I look at
Oh,
Colton.
so spicy.
TikTok.
Do you feel like your energy has been sucked by an energy vampire? TikTok
Oh,
video.
Am I on a TikTok right now?
Out of the way. Max.
No, I
Step to the left.
feel okay.
Is he glowing in any way?
Hey, Carter, jump up in the air real quick.
Yeah.
When he jumps in the air, I'm gonna Alakabama, and he's gonna be in his underwear when he lands, just like a real TikTok video.
Fuck it, I'll allow it.
That was awesome,
Dude!
we're gonna be
If
famous.
people are looking. He gets like really red in the face. Says, hey,
Oh, sorry.
Colton, give him his clothes back. Sorry, it was for a video.
You're gonna be famous.
that's
Internet
not very
famous.
nice. You hear the voice of a PE teacher behind you. Are you kids making the TikTok videos over here?
Nope.
No, we're just talking about our class that's coming up and how we're excited to do it.
Why was Carter here in his underwear?
He was making a joke.
Carter's our friend, right, Carter? You wanna be our friend?
Roll charm. It's gonna be hard though, because you just made his clothes go away.
That's what friends do.
Do I roll?
All right.
I'm pretty charming.
11.
11.
Mm-hmm.
17.
If
I get to roll.
Jesus. He kind of looks, and you see that he looks kind of over at Bruno. And you see him kind of look around, and you can see that Bruno's over there, like he's got some ammunition now. You know, I don't know what faces bullies make. And he says, "Yeah, we were just practicing some magic. We're all friends here."
Carter's the coolest.
Dude, Carter.
Give you a
All right,
pickle
well-
later.
Yeah, give him a pickle.
Remember, you know, not to be doing any magic on TikTok. Remember what happened to that? Remember what happened to the stallion kid last year? So, tragic story.
Yeah, we would never do it.
What happened
You
to
hear,
the
like-
stallion kid?
You hear like like half of the rest of the car, like, yeah, tragic story.
That's why I can't have TikTok.
Is there a TikTok video on what happened?
Maybe they scrubbed it.
I mean, yeah, it's
Oh.
been removed.
Well, we definitely are not making TikTok videos, and my TikTok profile is definitely not Bigwig Azurd 69 too. So
No.
Nope.
All right. Well, keep it together. I don't.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know.
You know what? I'm just gonna tell people keep together.
Keep together.
Okay. Thanks,
We
PE
will.
teacher.
Nice shorts.
Did he have a name? I can't remember.
I didn't give him a name yet.
Teacher. I pull out the jar of pickles and I open it and I offer Carter pickle.
Carter, we owe you one.
He didn't mean it to be mean.
You're a cool kid, man.
I'm sorry, Carter.
Thanks for not telling on us.
Hey, Carter, if you want to throw that pickle at Bruno, I support that.
You want
Or
to
eat
play
it.
my game book?
Yeah, I don't know that I want to give him any more reason to come after me.
Oh, stick
But
with
that
us.
teacher's
Oh,
that teacher's name
dude.
is Mr. Ryder Washmuth.
Mr.
PE
Washman.
teacher. Yeah.
He's
Carter,
pretty.
don't worry about those guys. They're a bunch of a-holes.
Ooh, shh! You're not supposed to say that.
You're part of our crew now.
Ooh, we got to come up with a cool crew name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're part of our club.
Roxy's good with
thanks.
names. She came up with my TikTok profile.
Yeah. Roxy, you got to think about a good name for our crew.
Yeah, you got Big Wizard 69. I'm surprised that was
Big Wizard
available,
69 too.
I'm surprised that wasn't taken already.
All right.
Very cool.
Maybe we'll think of something good. I don't know.
Pickle Ninja Warrior.
Oh yeah. What about the Whiz Kids?
Biz Kids.
That might already be taken.
That one's probably taken already.
Think about it, Roxy.
That's all I
You'll
got
come
right
up with
now.
something.
Dead
You'll come up
game.
with something.
That
That is
Dumb.
too well
that's so
known.
dumb.
Too well
Yeah,
known.
everybody knows the Dead Gang.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Famous pirates.
That's like that group of
You're
of Twitch role players that play that game. You watch that too?
Yeah, who doesn't watch them? They're so cool.
Oh my
My
gosh.
mom,
right?
my mom doesn't let me watch that. She says they're
Dude, you
bad
gotta check it
examples.
out.
Yeah. Guild Superior.
I'll hook you up.
They're not
I'll
nice
hook you up.
people.
I'll hook you up with a special book. It'll look like you're reading a book, but you'll be watching Twitch.
Got one of their shirts.
Whoa!
Wow.
Levin.
How did
Man.
you manage? How did you get that?
It
Yeah.
was a hand-me-down from my grandpa.
And he got it on what? T Public?
Yeah.
Product placement. That was not planned, guys. That was not
Wow.
planned. That was organic. Oh god, that was dumb.
Oh, good times.
It's canon though now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Anyway. Carter, if you run into any problems, just come tell us.
Yeah, man.
With
You're
that
one of us
Bruno guy,
now.
especially.
Well, I suppose there's another thing that should happen. The PE teacher doesn't leave right away. He comes back. He's like, "Hey, wait a minute, Carter, you're back."
Yeah, where'd you go, man?
Yeah, I'm here. I am. Here I am. What
Did you change
what happened?
seats
Where
or
did
something?
Where did you go? I'm not going to role play a conversation between two characters who are in fact myself.
Do it.
Oh, come on, man.
Because I don't like doing that.
All right.
But the Mr. Ryder, Mr. Washmuth, kind of asks Carter. Carter doesn't seem to know what happened. He has no idea. Has no idea what happened. He is confused about it, but also seemingly okay. Obviously, based on his banter with you recently, and the Mr. Washmith is like, oh yeah, okay, well, why don't you once we get to school, go to the dean's office, and we'll do a thing.
Is he in trouble, Mr. Washsmith?
No, we just need to get to, there's some things that we can do at school that can help us kind of, hopefully figure out what happened.
Has this happened before, Mr. Washsmith?
No.
Really?
Yeah, no, kid. No.
All right.
Are we there yet?
Yeah, you
Thought this was only
Not-
20 minutes.
Not
About
far
this
now.
time,
This is the
exactly.
longest train ride.
Yeah,
I've
this
ever
is
been
a strange time dilation on this train ride. About this time, the train starts to break. You can see lights from as the lights in the tunnels are closer together, and you can see advertisements pass you by in the tunnels for such businesses as Three Witches Potions. And what was the other one? Close that. And I gotta find this other one because it's my favorite. Art edited. And Horatio's Discount Familiars. It's the best familiars at the best prices. And the train comes to a stop at the familiar train station below the library, and people start to disembark. You can hear the various teachers and Dean Minerva saying, all right, students, classes start again tomorrow. Bring your things to your dormitories and get settled in and get ready to learn. Yay. Lunch and dinner can be had in the cafeteria. And there's a movie playing tonight at such and such time. It's
What's the movie?
The Wiz.
I've seen it. It's pretty good,
Seen
though.
that one too.
And the excited chatter of students coming back to school after such a weird little train ride, and people start to disembark.
Guys, I don't get the sense that this happened to anybody else besides us.
Something weird is going on.
Well, and Carter, who is covered
Carter.
with pickle relish.
But he doesn't remember it.
Yeah.
That
Carter.
pickle relish doesn't lie.
Was he the light creature, or was he the
I think he was
person
the
on the
one
ground? Oh boy.
I think it was going to suck his energy. But you know what? I think your pickle bomb saved him because we all came back afterwards, right?
I mean,
That's true.
did Was it really gonna hurt him? We kind of
Sure looked like it to me. Looked bad. Hey, we should keep an eye on Carter though, right?
yeah. Let's yeah.
I mean, if something weird happens again, maybe, we could be there to figure out what the heck is going on.
Hey Carter, what's your number?
555
I'll
1234.
text you. And I'm gonna text him. Just
Oh,
if you have any-
thanks.
if you have any problems with that Bruno kid, you just text me, all right?
That's right.
I
You
will.
run with us now.
I will. Thanks,
You'll be
You're a
all right.
Pickle
Max.
Ninja Warrior for life.
Yeah. If
Pickle
you have any
Ninja
problems,
Warriors.
just text me.
He texts you. Hey, it's me, Carter.
I mean, not like all the time, but you can text me if you have any problems. All right?
Dude.
I will. Thanks.
Okay.
Bye, Carter.
We'll see you later, man.
Yeah, I gotta go to the dean's office.
Text Max when you get there.
Text me when you get there. Thanks, Mom. Yeah, and you walk up out of the station, and into the library itself. Ooh, do I have a library picture set up? Ooh, I don't. That's okay. I just haven't loaded it. The library is a large kind of, Victorian style, like old gilt, right? Gilt. It's like gold encrusted stuff. Old
Gilded.
gilded things. There's a kind of a wild combination of books and scrolls and tablets and multiple levels, big aisles with various workstations, and then in the center is a large courtyard, and then around the outside is essentially a hall of doors that as students connects to all of the different classrooms and offices and the dorms, and things that make up the campus of the Bruxton Academy of Arcane Arts. And you see a number of different students and teachers, and as they're leaving the train, they are kind of going and opening doors, and they kind of step through into whatever is beyond. What are you guys doing now?
I guess we get off the train now, and guys, what are you guys gonna do? We should hang out.
You guys like to read?
I don't feel like
11.
11.
I'd rather do
Alright.
the stuff in the books than read the books.
That.
I mean, what? Do we know what dorm we're just like where our residences
You do, yep,
are?
yep. Because this is right. So this is Christmas. You're coming back from Christmas break, so you've had a semester already, and yeah, you know what door to go into to get to your dorm.
I like
You're
Roxy's
all,
idea.
You're all in the same building.
We should do something that's in the book. Let's pick a book, a random book, Levin. You open to a page, and whatever's on that page, that's what we'll do. What do you think?
Yeah, let's do that.
It could be anything.
Right, but we gotta go like drop off our stuff first. I don't want to carry all my things around all day long.
All right, see ya. Let's do this book thing.
All right, what's going on with the book? I'll stick around.
All right, give me a quick second here, because I got some tables for just this sort of thing.
Hey, folks, this is a great opportunity for me to remind you that tomorrow night, Eversalt and I are jumping back into our Knights on Bikes charity fundraiser game. Starts at 8 p.m. CST, and we are raising money for the Gillette Children's Hospital here in Minneapolis, Minnesota, through Extra Life for Kids. And we play a video game and do voices and have a good time raising money. And we're getting close. We're just over $1,000, and we're trying to get to 1,200. So if you want to donate or be part of our team or just hang out, check us out tomorrow night.
Okay. You're gonna pull out a book?
Yep.
Random book.
Just look
Kirk,
through
Kirk.
with my eyes closed.
Kirk, give me a D10 roll. Nine. Okay. This is D100 table of book titles number 9 in the Great Book of Random Tables. All right. D100 roll, please.
$32.
32. This book is called Of Orc Kind.
Oh.
Okay, guys. So I think we have to go kill a bunch of people and take their stuff and wear their skins.
It's a cookbook.
Oh.
You haven't read this one yet, huh?
Orcs cook?
Yeah, this is
I suppose everybody
this
cooks,
isn't
right?
really that informational.
So let's open to a random page, and that's what we cook.
Okay.
Unless it's people.
Yeah, we'll have to make a substitute.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe like
Chicken.
pork.
Tofu.
Chicken.
Yeah,
Everything
chicken.
tastes like chicken, right?
Why chicken?
Except for pickles.
It's true. Pickles don't taste like chickens.
Had enough pickles for today.
Blasphemy. How dare you?
Can never have too many
Yeah.
pickles.
You have a lot of them.
Give me
Well,
a
not
give me a D100
anymore.
give me a D100 roll again there, Kirk.
$35.
35. You flip to a recipe for something called bee sting cake.
That sounds good.
It does sound good. I think it's made with honey and there's like a graham cracker in there.
And bee
and
venom.
whipped cream.
Is anybody allergic to bees?
And
Any of us?
and bee butts.
Yeah, it's got bee butts in it.
Stingers?
What's
Like
with the
whole
sting
bees?
part?
Yeah, it's supposed to be. It's like a play on spicy.
Oh, like it's got a little kick to it.
Orc cuisine is they take the spicy to a different level. It's also all about pain and poison.
Ghost pepper.
Well, let's go to the kitchen. Where's the commissary?
This way.
All right.
And I'll grab Dave, what's your character's name again?
Colton.
Colton. I'll grab Colton's
Colton.
hand and I'll be like, come on.
Just remember, his character is Rich. Of course, his name is Colton.
Kind of a bully too.
Ah, he's a prankster. He's a wacky prankster
That's what all bullies say.
with a TikTok account. So yeah, he's a bully.
Big wizard, 60.
It was. Yep.
Yeah, you make your way. There is like a kitchenette kind of in your dorm area that you have access to if you want.
We should do it there. I want to take my trunk back.
You guys, I don't really know how to cook.
You just
That's
follow the
okay, we have a cookbook.
instructions. Yeah, you just follow
Yeah,
the
this
steps.
tells us how to do it.
You don't want to overmix the batter, though, right? I've heard that.
I don't do a lot of cooking.
Well, technically, this is baking, but we'll figure it out.
What's the difference?
Art versus science.
Oil.
I know how to boil things.
Damn it. You go up to the doorway that leads to your dormitory, and you open the door, and as you kind of whoever it is that's opening the door, as it does every time, you reach and grab a hold of the doorknob, and a series of glyphs and runes light up on the doorknob, and then a similar series of glyphs kind of light up around your wrist, and you turn and the door opens, and there is a bit of a kind of a quiet kind of whoosh, and you kind of look out into the space beyond the door, and there's the familiar sort of stone, like cobbled stone path, surrounded by a veritable sea of stars that kind of stretches away into nothingness, and you can see that you start walking, and eventually you come to, after not very much walking, maybe like 30 feet, there's another door there that similarly opens and leads to your dormitory. And cat butt. Yeah. And yeah, you find yourself in the buildings that are your dorms, which are very nice, kind of middle income brownstones, somewhere in New York, perhaps.
It's a hell of a town.
And you kind of make your way through. There's like a sort of a common area with the kitchenette kind of attached to it, and there's different halls and stairways to the different kind of small dorm rooms where you each have a room. That's your life now, Kirk. That's how it is.
Can't move now. Well, guys, this is it.
Yep.
I'm gonna just put my books away real quick, and then we'll start cooking.
You make this
Yes,
cake.
yeah.
We'll make beasting cake.
It's your idea.
No,
It's your book.
It's my book.
That's right.
For
You
it was
own
for
everything
research
that happens
purposes.
from your books. It's all on you.
Right.
Better
If
be
your book
good.
eats, if somebody reads your book and someone's a demon and eats somebody, it's your fault. It was your book.
Power is a wily mistress.
That's right.
God, Roxy says the weirdest things sometimes.
I know, right?
What does that even mean?
I don't know.
It's a
Come on,
mistress.
Walter. We're gonna put our stuff away. And she like wanders down into another room, and Walter, with cat harness trailing, just wanders after her.
Reluctantly.
I keep
All right,
feeding
yeah.
him.
I'm gonna go
That's
put
right.
my things away. I'll be right back.
While I'm gone too, I feel like a really common spell is going to be like just changing your clothes. So I'm gonna change into an apron with like books on it and like birds and Ninja Turtles.
Specific.
Hmm. That's a cool apron, Levin. That's really cool.
Thanks, man.
You know what? You're missing something though. Hold on. Stand still.
Oh.
Oh,
And you've got a tall chef's hat. White.
Mm.
There you go.
It's like an
You're
exaggerated
welcome.
chef's wizard's hat.
You're welcome.
I'll just pat
looks-
on
it
one
looks good on
side so
you.
it kind of tilts to the side a little bit, and I'll be like, "This is
Hell yeah.
nice."
yeah, it looks good on you.
Roxy comes out of the room wearing a mad scientist's white lab coat and goggles. And ready.
Nice.
We're supposed to
Big.
dress up for this? I don't.
I'm not changing.
I'm wearing the
I'm
same clothes I had on
serious
before.
Cooking.
I've
Two pairs
never,
of clothes.
I've never cooked before. Do I need to be prepared?
It
Yes.
helps.
Yep.
At least get a pair of good goggles.
All right.
Why do you need goggles?
You know, for
bees.
the bees.
Everyone knows that bees always go for the eyes.
They're real live bees in this cake.
Oh,
And
they're just the butts.
Bee butts.
I mean, they're not live anymore.
It's safe.
All right, let's just start.
I mean, it has to be, right?
It's in a cookbook.
What are we gonna do with this thing once we cook it?
Eat it.
Isn't it supposed to be really spicy?
We could bring it over to Carter's place. Share it with him.
We could give it to Bruno.
Carter will eat anything.
We could put it in Bruno's room.
Now, what if it's bad? Maybe we should have that bully eat it first.
Bruno's gonna kick our
'Cause-
butts.
Because maybe it's really good, and they'll be like, "Oh, it's really good. You guys are really nice." But then if it's
Yeah.
really bad, then we're not harming any friends.
Maybe we should keep a low profile.
Oh,
I think
don't like
we should
Bruno.
try it first ourselves and see what it's like. Just a little sample.
All right.
Okay, you go
nibble.
first.
I will.
All right,
I'll go
let's
first.
let's do this. Where do you get bee parts from?
It's magic.
The
Shit.
potion department.
Good idea.
I mean, I think they're closed right now, though.
What else do we need? What else do we need? We need, okay. Levin, what else? We got bee butts.
It says a quarter cup of flour.
Easy.
Okay.
We can get that.
Okay. 2 eggs.
No problem.
14 cups of sugar.
Yeah, I'm sure we can find sugar.
Yeah.
This is gonna be simple.
Animal blood.
Excuse me?
What?
What is
Mammal
it?
blood.
What
Mammal
kind of
or
cookbook
camel?
is this?
Mammal.
Oh, well, guys,
Mammal?
we're mammals. How much does
You're
it
gonna-
take?
Put your own blood in the
No.
cake.
How much
I
does
don't-
it take?
I don't want to put
It
my
says
blood in a cake
it says
again.
half a liter.
Ooh, that's a lot.
This must be an English orc recipe. An English orc recipe.
How much is a
Um,
liter? How much is a liter? It seems like a lot.
I think that's a lot.
I don't know.
It's like the size of a
Ever-
milk bottle.
Have you ever had a liter
That's-
cola?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I've had a 2 liter before. Those are
Whoa.
pretty big.
That
Yeah.
seems like a lot.
Did you get a stomach
We
ache?
could cut that one in half.
Hmm.
Just like a couple
Is there?
cups.
Can we use Can we substitute something else for all that?
Like Splenda?
Hot sauce
Oh yeah, hot sauce.
instead
That
of
would be
blood?
good.
Yeah.
Can
That's
we just
red.
use hot sauce? I mean, they're both
Yeah,
red,
that's a good
right?
idea.
Same thing, basically.
Mm-hmm. This is gonna be the best cake ever.
All right.
Might be
Let's
pretty gross.
have everybody, because you're all helping, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh, this is
Team effort.
wonderful. Yeah, just everybody roll. I don't know. Brains, maybe?
Not my strong suit.
Yeah,
Oh, it's not bad. D10. That's not bad.
not good for me.
I rolled a 10.
10.
Oh,
Nice.
that's good. 10.
Reroll
10.
1.
Oh, wait. Does that explode? 10 explodes, right?
Oh, yeah. I forgot about the exploding rule.
I get to explode.
But
Only until you pass.
yeah, we'll say the difficulty was a 10.
Okay. I'm going to roll it
Yeah.
anyways because I want to see it explode.
Okay.
8.
Whoa,
Nice. I got an 18.
you guys really know what you're doing.
What did you get there, Max?
I got a 1
A 1.
You see,
because
Max,
I roll this little dice for
Little
brains.
D4. Oh, rough.
you see, Max, the first step with
I didn't-
with
I
a
didn't- I
recipe
didn't-
like this is that it's not cooking, it's baking.
What's the difference?
Yeah, exactly.
Measuring.
Just watch and learn, buddy. Watch and learn.
All right.
Max, roll a D6 for me.
4.
4. As you are making this cake, as everyone is pitching in to make this cake, what did you get again, Levin?
An 18.
18. Okay. As everyone is kind of pitching in to make the cake, Max, you get stung 4 times by spicy bee butts.
Ow!
Oh, look out.
Don't use your fingers.
Get that! I got stung again. Are you guys not getting stung?
No,
I'm using a spatula.
What did I do?
you're doing it wrong.
Huh? Am I holding it wrong? Ow!
Don't hold them.
Just let him
Put
do
down
it.
the
It's kind of
bees.
funny.
Don't mix the batter with
It's
your
not funny.
fingers.
You're
It's
not
not
allergic,
funny.
are you?
I don't think so.
And first casualty.
And Max was no more.
Oh, you found my weakness.
Constitution
It's bees. But yeah, you bake the bee sting cake with hot sauce instead of blood. And it comes out of the oven sometime later. And it looks not good. Like,
Is
I mean,
it-
from a baked perspective, it looks baked, but
Yeah.
it doesn't look like anything anyone wants to put in a mouth. It is, the red of Tabasco. And you can see these little black spots that are bee stingers.
I dare you to eat it.
Maybe we should call it a night. I said I would eat it first, didn't I?
You did say you
Fart.
would eat it first.
Sorry. Okay.
It looks real bad.
If something happens to me, guys, always remember that you are my best friends. And he goes
Quick
in.
TikTok video.
Oh, good idea. Here, here's my phone. All right. I am eating a 11. What's it called again?
Bee sting cake.
I'm eating bee sting cake made by what's the name of our crew again? Roxy?
Ninja Pickle Warriors.
The Ninja Pickle Warriors. Here we go.
All right, roll grit.
I'm not good at that. Real bad at
Uh-oh.
grit. Real bad. That's a 3 though.
A 3. Yeah,
Hey.
you definitely get stung as you chew it.
Thanks for the follow. Appreciate it.
It tastes about as like you would expect. It is spicy. Yeah. There's a stinger. There's a stinger sticking out of your tongue. Yeah.
I need water.
Oh, I'm not eating that.
You don't want to eat it? It's really bad.
That's gonna make a great video, though.
Oh yeah.
Try
Don't forget to follow Big Wizard 692 on TikTok. It's so bad.
And with that, my friends, I think that is a wonderful place to call it a night. As you have made it to school, survived some stuff in the tunnels, and survived a bee sting.
Barely.
Barely.
Oh god, this is a fun game. This is gonna be fun.
I love random tables so much.
Hey, thanks for joining us, Video Game Mermaid. Damn, that's cool. We're gonna be back here next Thursday playing the same game. We've got other games. Tomorrow night we're doing a charity stream for Gillette Children's Hospital here in Minnesota. That is our kids and bikes.
Knights and
stream.
bikes.
Kids on bulldozers. Wait.
Knights and bikes.
Knights and bikes. There's a little bit of everything. You'll enjoy it. And then on Wednesdays we do Beyond Saltmarsh. So check that out.
Yeah, thanks for joining us for our first session of Kids on Brooms. The Ninja Pickle Warrior gang is now officially at it.
Sorry.
The Ninja Pickle Warrior gang.
Love it. I love it. Yeah. I hope you viewers had fun. Darth, when you watch this in the future, thanks.
Thank you,
And,
lords and ladies of fate, for rating us.
Hey, we got rated. Hey,
We got rated by lords and
thank
ladies
you.
of fate with 9.
Thank you so much. You guys
Sorry
are
that
awesome.
you rated right at the end, but
Give us a follow and come back
that's how it
and
goes
hang out.
sometimes.
We'd love to have you
Always
back.
welcome.
Yeah.
You know what? We're gonna go ahead and raid. So let's stick around here. We're gonna do a raid.
Yeah. Let's do a raid.
Let's see. Oh, we'll do the
Let's
game
do it.
hers. What are they up to? Oh, they're playing Minecraft. Let's see if we can find another TTRPG. Hops and
Gazumba's
Dragons. Gazumba? Yeah, let's go over to Gazumba.
But
Yeah, because
yeah.
he rated us the other day.
Yeah, let's do it. All right, we're gonna do it. I'm starting the raid. Hit them up with our beautiful,
Gorgeous.
beautiful raid emotes. You know the
Yeah.
ones I'm talking
Woo.
about. Love you guys. Thanks for being here. We'll see you tomorrow night, 8 p.m.